Hello YouTubers! In today's video, I'm going to demonstrate how to create blends in Illustrator. So let's quickly dive into it. For the ones who don't know what a blend is, it is a process to create a multi-step color and shape progression between two separate objects. The resulting object is referred to as a blend. To illustrate this, let's pick the rectangle tool and create a square. I'm going to change the fill to none, and let's add the preset gradient to the stroke. Also, let's change the stroke size to 3 points. Now I'm going to pick the polygon tool and draw the default shape here. Let's change the stroke color to blue. You can access the blending options from two locations. The first is from the menu options, so holding Shift, let's first select both the shapes and go to Object and then Blend. And let's hit Make without changing any of the blending settings from blend options. And you see how the shape as well as the color transitions from a gradient to blue color and from a square to the hexagon. Now let's undo the last action, and I'm going to show you another way of using the blend tool. For this one, whether you pre-select both your objects or not, it does not really matter. Is this tool sitting in the toolbar menu? So click to select, or you can even use the shortcut W to select it. Once the tool is selected, bring the cursor to the first object you want the blend to begin from. And this time, we're going to make the blue hexagon the origin, at which point you'll find an asterisk sign tagging along. So click the object and take the cursor to the second object, and you shall find a plus sign tagging along. So the moment you click the second object, you'll get your blend. Now let's talk about how to change the settings of the blend to get the desired result. You can access the settings in two ways. Either you double-click the blend tool from the toolbar, and this pop-up menu will appear for you to change the settings from, or you can go to Object and then Blend and select Blend Options. Here the spacing is set to specified steps and the value is set to 50, which means between our square and hexagon, the tool will insert 50 transitional steps to complete the blend, which it did, as demonstrated earlier. Let's change the value to 100 and see what happens to the blend. You can hit Tab to preview the entered value. At the moment, the orientation is aligned to path, so if you're blending between two objects along a specific path, this option will make sure that the intermediate shapes follow the direction of that path. If we change the orientation to align to page, you'll find some changes in the blend. So what this option does is it maintains the orientation of the original objects concerning the page. The intermediate shapes in the blend will rotate to align with the page. But since the default option is aligned to path, and you'll find yourself doing that most of the times, we'll go with that option. Now let's change the spacing to smooth color and see what happens. Choosing this option will instruct Illustrator to automatically calculate the necessary number of blend steps to produce smooth color transitions, which is why you can find the transition from the gradient to the blue color using these two shapes in between. And you can see how the two shapes are also in the transitional mode. So from a square, it is transitioning or moving towards becoming a hexagon if you want to look at it from left to right. And same goes from right to left. So from a proper hexagon, you see how the next shape has softened its vertices and is retracting itself to becoming a square. The last spacing option here is specified distance. This option allows you to create a blend where the intermediate shapes are distributed at a specific distance along the blend path. It is useful for creating blends with a controlled and consistent spacing between the shapes. Right now, the distance value is set to 7 points, which means the spacing between each intermediate shape along the blend path is 7 points. Let's change the value to 10 points and see what happens. So you see how the focus changes on the distance between the transitional objects. Hence, Illustrator has cut down on number of transitional shapes in between. If we increase it to 20 points, there will be a further reduction on the number of objects in between. Okay, let's remove everything here and pick the curvature tool. And I'm going to make a zigzag path, much like this. I'm going to make another path here using the same tool. And let's change the color to red. Let's pick the blend tool and click once on the path on top, and then finish the blend by clicking the path on the bottom. So you see how it produces a nice looking design. You can make some really cool t-shirt designs using the blend tool. Let's bring the selection tool and double click the design to enter the isolation mode. Now pick the direct selection tool. Click the original path that we made and drag the anchor point. And you see how the blending changes as you move the anchor point. Try dragging other anchor points to enhance your design further. You can even use the path that we made on the bottom and drag the anchor points to make further enhancements. At any point, if you want the blend to release, you can go to Object and then Blend and select the Release option, and the blend shall be gone. But then both the blend objects will not revert to their original state. Another nice thing you can do with blending is making color palettes. This is particularly useful for people who are into vector art portrait drawings, where they need different skin tones. Let's use the rectangle tool and draw a square. I'll change the stroke to none and fill it with a skin tone. Now let's make another copy of the square and drag it to the right. Now let's change the tone to a darker shade. Although I don't necessarily need to select both the objects to blend them, but let's demonstrate by selecting them anyway. Double-click the Blend tool to access the settings. Let the spacing be set to specified steps and update the value to be 5. And hit OK. Now click the square on the left to initiate the blend, and then the right one to complete the blend. And you have yourself a really nice skin tone color palette. So guys, that's all about the blend tool. In the next video, we'll learn to create a text effect using the blend tool, so ensure not to miss it. Also, if you like this video, do hit the like button and please share the video and subscribe to my channel. And I shall be with you soon with the next one. Goodbye and thanks for watching.